tenses. Today we are going to learn about tenses. In English grammar, verbs are often used in a way that it indicates or denotes the time when an event occurred. These verbs that take up different forms to indicate the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form are called as tenses. Tenses can be broadly classified into three categories: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Present tense. Present tense has four forms: simple or indefinite, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Let's take one example. Simple or indefinite: I eat an apple. Present continuous tense: I am eating an apple. Present perfect tense: I have eaten an apple. And present perfect continuous tense: I have been eating an apple. First, we will learn about simple present or present indefinite. We use the simple present tense to state the universal truth. For example, the moon is the Earth's only satellite. Second example, the Earth revolves around the sun. Second point where we use present indefinite tense is to describe something that has been happening for some time and is still continuing. For example, the Mehtas live in Delhi. Second, she is a singer. Next point, to refer to something that happens regularly or habitually. For example, my father reads the newspaper every morning. Second, he swims a lot. Then we use simple present tense in proverbs that are considered to be permanent truths. For example, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Next example, fortune favors the brave. Now let's learn about the second form, present continuous tense. Verbs in the continuous tense are used to denote actions that have not been completed. The present continuous tense is used to describe an action that is happening now. For example, he is swimming in the lake now. Second example, Priya is washing the car. Let's see the next point where we use present continuous tense. It is used to describe an action that has been going on over a period of time, but may not be going on at the period of speaking. For example, I am living with my grandparents. Second, Rohan is learning to drive. Next point, for an action that will take place in the near future. For example, I am going to the theater tomorrow. Let's learn about the third form, present perfect tense. The present perfect tense shows that an action has already been completed. It is used to indicate an action that has been completed just now or a little while ago. For example, they have bought a car. Next example, I have called for a cab. The next point where we use present perfect tense is to express an action whose time is not given and is not definite. For example, he has lived in Bangkok. The next point, to describe a past event which has its effect on the present. For example, I have lost the keys to the house, so I cannot open the door. Second example, to talk about a continuing state, not action. For example, Girish has been ill since Monday. Second example, Manu has broken his leg. Third example, we have known the Guptas for 20 years. The last form of present tense is present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used to denote an action that began at some time in the past and is still continuing. For example, I have been swimming for 2 hours. Let's see the second example. Swati has been working since 6 in the morning. Then the next point where we use present perfect continuous tense is to denote repeated actions. For example, I have been getting this journal every week for a year. Shall we do this revision exercise? Fill in the blanks with an appropriate present tense form. My parents dash live near Chennai. I dash visit my parents twice a month. Third sentence. What are you doing there? I dash watch TV. Next sentence. I dash this fragrance very much. Last sentence. Watch carefully. First I dash take a cucumber and dash cut it into small pieces. Let us now look at past tense. Past tense has 4 forms. Simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Simple past tense. We use the simple past tense when we refer to an action that has already been completed before the time of speaking. For example, it snowed yesterday. She cooked last afternoon. To indicate that something was done in the past as a habit. Let's see the example. My mother always enjoyed gardening. Second example, as a young girl, I exercised a lot. Simple past tense is used to express an action that occurred over a period of time in the past. Let's see the example. I lived in New Delhi till the age of 5. Let's do a revision exercise. You have to rewrite the paragraph in simple past tense. The paragraph goes like this. I am an actor. I am a member of a theatre group. I stage plays regularly. I also train young pupils who wish to become actors. I need a small flat to train them. I wish I had some more money. I like enthusiastic and committed children. They make fine actors. Second form of past tense is past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used to describe an action going on at a point of time or over a period of time in the past. The time of action may or may not be indicated. For example, I was working till late last night. Second example, they were watching TV till 1 a.m. last night. Then we use past continuous tense to describe an action that was in progress when another action took place. For example, they were having dinner when I arrived. Second example, when I met him, he was rehearsing for the show. In the above sentences, the verbs in the past continuous tense describe longer actions while verb in the simple past describe shorter actions. Now the third form of past tense is past perfect tense. Let's see where we use past perfect tense form. The past perfect tense is used to denote an action that took place before another action. For example, when I reached the bus stop, the bus had left. The tenses of the verbs in this sentence show which action happened first. The past perfect had left in the above sentence is used for the earlier action and the simple past reached for the later action. Next point where we use past perfect tense is the past perfect tense is also used to indicate a past hope or desire that has remained unfulfilled. We use verbs like hope, expect, think in such cases. For example, I had expected to win the tournament. The revision exercise for you all. Change the tense of the verb in these sentences as directed. We are listening to the radio. You have to change it into past continuous tense. Ranu went to Lucknow. Past continuous. Sujata has waited since Christmas to buy a car. Past perfect continuous. It's a mixed exercise. Next sentences. I have never known him to be angry. Past perfect. They have been playing since 4 o'clock. Past perfect continuous tense. And I have cut my finger. Past perfect. Now let's see the last form, past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense is used to denote that an action that began before a particular moment in the past and was still taking place, or had just finished at that moment when another action took place. For example, when I visited Gwalior, he had been teaching there for a year. Second example, I had been driving for an hour when I heard a sound in the gear box. Next point where we use past perfect continuous tense is to talk about repeated actions in the past. For example, she had been trying to fix this all day. Now let's learn about future tense. Future tense again has 4 forms. Simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Simple future tense. We use the simple future tense to say what we think or know for certain will happen in the future. For example, I shall repair my bicycle tomorrow. Next example, Manju will visit us next Monday. We use simple future tense to make a promise or to offer to do something. Example, we'll complete this project tomorrow. You look feverish. I'll call the doctor. Revision paragraph. Rewrite the paragraph in simple future tense. I walk to school every day. My friends Pooja and Meghna accompany me. They come to my house at 8 a.m. We leave immediately. On the way, we buy the newspaper. Our teacher joins us near the post office. Sometimes she picks up the mail from the postman. We reach school at 8 a.m. The school starts at 8:45 a.m. We always begin with a prayer. Future continuous tense. The future continuous tense is used to denote an action that will be in progress at some point of time in the future. For example, Anand will be eating dinner at that time. Second point, where we use future continuous tense to denote future events that are planned. Example, the cabinet will be announcing the annual budget. Again, there's a revision exercise for you all. You have to fill in the blanks with the future continuous forms of the verbs given in the brackets. I dash travel on the Rajdhani Express by this time tomorrow. Second, this evening dash watch a talk show. Third, we dash have a quiz this weekend. Next, they dash study medicine after high school. Next, at 5 o'clock tomorrow, I dash work in my office. Second last, at this time next week, I dash write a test. Last sentence, she dash travel to Paris next week if everything goes as planned. The third form of future tense is future perfect tense. The future perfect tense is used to refer to the completion of an action by a certain time in the future. The tense is normally used with expressions like by that time, by then, by next week. For example, I will have completed the assignment by next week. Second, the coach will have arrived by 11 a.m. I shall have written my exercises by then. He will have left before you go to see her. By the end of this month, I will have worked here for 5 years. These are few examples given. Let's see the next form of future tense, future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate an action that has been in progress over a period of time and will end in the future. For example, by the end of the year, I shall have been living in Delhi for 7 years. When their mother returns home at 5 o'clock, Rita will have been watching TV for 4 hours. I'll have been teaching for 20 years next July. Do the exercise given. Fill in the blanks according to the instructions given in the brackets. I dash my work by the afternoon, future perfect of complete. I was hoping to meet Dad, but by the time I arrived, he dashed for Delhi, future perfect of leave. On Sunday, we dash in this house for a year. You have to use future perfect continuous tense. Second last example, by next week, I dash this book for 3 years. And the last example, next year, I dash in the company for a decade. Future perfect continuous tense. Thank you.